Welcome to the 6 steps of analyzing a transaction explained. Well, I wrote a transaction up here that says January 3rd, Acme Inc. purchased on account $4,000 in paving equipment from Pave Me Now Inc., just to make up a name. Well, we're analyzing a transaction. The first thing we need to do is identify the accounts that are affected. So let's just put this up here, 6 steps in analyzing transactions. Number 1, identify the accounts that are affected. Well, we can look at it and say this. We can say we purchased something on account, right? So that says something. That's an accounts payable. So we could say accounts payable. And we purchased paving equipment. Well, there's an equipment account. Now we need to classify these accounts that are affected. Well, we know that. Let's just say accounts payable. Well, let's real quickly draw a big T account. Well, it might be the last one you ever draw, huh? So we have assets equal liability plus owner's equity. And we know we have assets over here. We have liabilities, which would be, say, accounts payable. And we have our capital accounts and the temporary accounts that are inside of there. In this case, we have identified the accounts that are affected. Well, we're going to classify them. Where does the accounts payable fall? Well, accounts payable falls in the liability section. And equipment falls in the asset column. I'm going to put the word asset twice. That's no sense in doing that. Right now, step number 3. Determine the increases and decreases. Okay. I'll even take a nice clean abbreviation for this. Well, we know we have more equipment, right? And we know we have more debt because we expect this is something we expect to pay for later, accounts payable. We expect to pay for it later. So we have more debt. Well, that seems interesting. Okay, so we have more equipment and more debt. Well, how do we determine the very first one and the 5th one? Let's go there. Find the debit. Find the credit. And the 6th step is posting it to a T account. And that's what we're doing here. So this is analyzing a transaction. Identifying the accounts, accounts payable, account equipment. Classifying it, well, we know that we've classified this as an asset account and this is a liability account. We determined the increases and decreases. We have more debt and more equipment. Now we need to find the debit and find the credit, and as we post them to a T account. Well, let's remember this. We have assets. Assets go up by virtue of a debit. Remember Jesus? Everybody can use more Jesus. So we know that assets increase by debit. The liability, well, it behaves a little differently. They increase by credit, as does capital. We're not going to talk about the temporary accounts inside there, but these permanent accounts increase by credit. So assets, we're we're going to put over here liabilities. Liabilities increase by credit. So we found our debit, which is going to be our equipment account. I'm going to make that yellow so we can see it better. And we found our credit, which is going to be our accounts payable. And we've posted it to a T account, which is what all this mumbo jumbo looks like. So there you go. Analyze. Six steps for analyzing a transaction. Identify the accounts that are affected. Classify the accounts that are affected. Determine the increases and the decreases. Find the debit. Find the credit. Post it to a T account. We do know that there's other steps involved here, but we're going to stop right there. That's going to be worth 6 points in your final. So how do I like them? I like them verbatim. What's that mean? Word for word, letter for letter, in that particular order. That is 5 minutes and 59 seconds plus 2 seconds. And there you go. 6 steps in analyzing a transaction explained.